Good morning, afternoon, or evening, Copper Ridge families. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend. I'm putting this video out on Friday, September 18th to inform you about some of the logistics and expectations for when students are back on campus on Monday, September 21st, 2020. A reminder that the students welcome back on campus for that Monday, the 21st, are our kindergartners, first and second graders. Our third, fourth, and fifth graders will be coming back on Tuesday, the 29th, and then we anticipate our middle schoolers coming back after fall break in October. I'm going to run through some of the questions I've been asked over the last week or so in hopes that I can answer your questions. If I don't answer them, just email me. I'm happy to do my best to get those answered over the weekend as we get ready to start school on Monday. So, first of all, I've had several people ask about busing. Busing is available if you go to susd.org/transportation. If you are dropping your students off, we are dropping off on the west side of campus as we usually do. We are asking parents, with very few exceptions, to please stay in your vehicle. We want your student to be able to get out of their vehicle safely, to stop, drop, and roll them out of the vehicle. Now, obviously, we don't want them to actually roll. We want them to get out of the car safely, so please do that well. Don't actually roll out of your vehicle. And then we will help them cross the crosswalk and enter onto campus. There should be no need to park you're your student. So please stay in your vehicles. There has been a habit over the past few years for families to congregate by the bike racks and the ramadas and the shade structures. We are asking that you do not do that for drop off this year. And we're also asking that if you, for any reason, out of your vehicle, you please wear a mask. Thank you for helping us set a good example for our students. Speaking of which, there will be no visitors and no volunteers on campus for the foreseeable future. Believe me, we miss the support as much as you miss supporting us, but for the time being, we cannot allow visitors onto campus, especially while students are in the building. Masks, I mentioned it earlier, but the expectation is for students to walk into campus with their mask on. Please remind them, help them set a good example. We're going to have our staff doing the same, but we need students with their masks on. Please, per the district policy, also no mask with the little vent on them as well. If you have a question about a mask or you're concerned, we will have extras on campus for students, and we understand that there's different schools of thought about masking students right now. The district policy is for all students to be masked as well as staff, and we are upholding that policy. Please support us in that. Water bottles, bring them. It's going to be thirsty. It's going to be hot during the day. Please make sure your students are able to quench their thirst with their water bottle. Label them, and we'll be able to use the filling stations around campus for contact-free water filling to avoid any germs or anything like that. The playground. While we're excited for the students to play outside, we cannot use the playground structures or equipment for the time being. We hope that'll change in the coming weeks, but for the time being, there will be no playground structures available for students as we go through it. You're going to see some new decorations on campus, some lines, some dots. These students will have the opportunity to kind of know how to space themselves out, how to stay on the right side of the hallway, etc. So when your students are here, they're going to see that, and no need to fear, just letting you know there's some new decorations on campus. Chromebooks and technology. If you are issued an SUSD Chromebook, your teacher will coordinate with you when or how they want to use that technology in their classroom. It could very likely mean your students bringing their Chromebook back and forth every day. Make sure it's securely in their backpack. Please charge it at night. And please make sure that you are taking good care of it because we're going to need it throughout the year. Lunch, great news. We are offering free lunch through December per SUSD's new announcement. And if students are choosing to bring their own lunch, that's great too. But just letting you know that free lunch will be available for any and all students should you choose to use it, or if you forget a lunch, which takes me back to the visitors thing. We really can't have visitors dropping stuff off on campus like we used to. So if your student forgot the lunch for the day, we're likely going to offer them school lunch and replacement of that. The health office included an update in our weekly newsletter this week, but please make sure your immunizations are up to date and you are following along with the expectations in terms of safety, testing, symptoms, all that good stuff. There's a lot to read. Please check out SUSD's website for some great resources on that. Absences. It is very possible we'll have a lot of absences this year. If students are testing positive, or if we are having any instance in which we need to make sure students are home safely, then we anticipate having those absences. We know it's coming, so please don't let fear of being out of school for a few days deter you from making a right decision for the health of you, your family, and everyone around them. If you know your student is not well or exhibiting COVID-like symptoms, please be in touch with us about how we can make sure you get the requisite makeup work. Do not let the work be the reason you are endangering yourself or your family. Please just reach out to us. We're here to help. We've had chicken pox before. We know that students sometimes need to be out for a while, and we're ready for that. Just let us know. I mentioned it in the past couple weeks newsletter, but please make sure you filled out the acknowledgement form. There's been so many forms, I get it. But if you log on to ParentVue, there is an acknowledgement form where you initial several different steps that you acknowledge the expectations for this year's school year. We have paper copies if you didn't get one filled out, and we're working to contact families who haven't done it. But if you've logged into ParentVue and you don't see it anywhere, that means you probably already did it. To even get into ParentVue this year, you had to click through the acknowledgement form first. Reach out with questions. We're here to help. All right, that was a lot, and I hope it made sense. The real key takeaways are we are having to limit visitors on campus, and we really need to enforce the mask policy across the district. So please help support us in that enforcement. I know it's difficult, but we really need the help and the support to make sure your staff, your students, and yourselves are all safe as we head into this new school year. I know it's been turbulent. I know there's been so many emails and switches and codes and all that sort of stuff, but we are still here to support your student however we can. We're excited to have him or her back on campus. We're excited to help supporting those students who have chosen to remain online. And please know that our number one commitment is to provide the best education for your trailblazer here at Copper Ridge. My inbox is open. My phone line is on. Reach out with questions you have. If you have concerns or things we can help with, we're here to help you. We are excited and proud to be a part of the Scottsdale Unified School District, proud to be a part of North Scottsdale, and proud to be a trailblazer, proud to be a part of Copper Ridge. Reach out, have a great weekend, and we will see your kindergartner, first, and second grader on campus on Monday. Have a great weekend and go Trailblazers.